Hey y'all, what's up? Happy what's today, y'all? Sorry, scooting over. What's today? Hold on. So y'all, wait a minute. I'm gonna tell y'all something hilarious in a second. But welcome to Burgundy Blue Commentary. We talk about what we want to talk about when we're ready to talk about it. So y'all, I'm trying to fit in a couple of videos, a couple of lives. I have been busy, but something interesting happened this weekend. It was a really busy weekend in Chicago, and it's been crazy. And I got to talk to you guys about it. Hey, Choose. Oh my goodness, 90-day fee. You have to. Okay, we got to start over because you just asked about 90-day Fiance and Chantel. Let me tell you, Chantel is on another reality show. And also, we got to go over Cody because he's about to be on another reality show. And then Seeking Sister Wives is coming back. So all the drama is coming in September. Hello, Conscious. I saw, and hello, Choose. I left the Dominican Republic with the family. Chantel knows. What are they doing now? Oh, that mama was hilarious. Hey, wife, Omen girl. So, you guys, I'm just dropping a video. So, I put a link in the chat for the bank SoFi. I learned that from Graham Stephens and also Caleb. He does the auditing, financial audit. I love his channel. Let me know if y'all saw Caleb Financial Audit. He makes buku money telling people where they go wrong in their finances. And I joined SoFi maybe 2 years ago, and I've had my YouTube channel. I've had my YouTube channel only. I've had my YouTube channel for 5 years now. However, I didn't start really earning until like the stuff came up like last year, right? So I opened a SoFi account and I have an invite here. You get up to $325. If you join, it's legit. It comes in your account with your first deposit. You get $25 to start, and then you get up to $325. For me, I get a match. I get $100 for referring you. So just to be honest, but SoFi is a good bank, and I put it over there. because when my little $100, which I'm not mad at, I'm so grateful. But when my $100 from YouTube come in at the beginning of the month, or I'm humbled and blessed to get that, or whatever I get, it goes right over there to my SoFi account. And so, like today, I had an emergency, and I was like, oh man, I really can't afford this. And I had forgot I had those little checks I was waiting from YouTube, and some of my crafting work, it goes to my SoFi, like my Etsy stuff, it goes to my SoFi account where I'm not looking at it for expenses. So it's really good to look at it that way. It's just like your little stash money to the side, and you can watch it grow. And it has like a 4.25% rate. So join if you want to. Just wanted to put it out there because somebody put me on, and I saw somebody join the other day. So thank you. And let me know if you find it beneficial. Email me. Someone joined from my code the other day. So just email me. They told me you got a referral. I got a referral. So yeah. All right, you guys. So we're gonna talk Thornton Township today. You guys. Okay, this is Retroberg coming through. Oh, how the tables have turned. Chavis, I hope all is well with you and your beautiful wife. Hey, Tracy, my princess. Hello, everybody. If I miss anybody. So, you guys. Oh, yeah. Watch Caleb, the financial audit. Now, you know who came, our guy that came here? He's the one I learned it for. The first guy that came to Dalton. We always want to forget about him. Spencer Cornelia. I started with Spencer. Then I went from Spencer to Caleb and Graham. But this right here, if you ever want to watch something funny, it's hilarious. And I was like on his channel when he didn't have that many subscribers, and to see him go, like, he'll be like, what are you doing? He go through your DoorDash, he go through everything. And it's a really, you'll look at it too, like, man, how much have I spent on apps? Do you guys check your apps every month? Like when Apple Music is just like $9.99 went here, $12.99 went here, and he does a good breakdown of that. So I like it because it's entertaining. I'm not, it's just entertaining, and you sort of see people at a different age range. He has young people like 20 something years old, all the way to retirees. Some lady was 70 years old, newly divorced, and her husband took everything, and he broke down a plan to help her get on track. It's like this trans woman was trying to save for her surgery, and he broke that down. So yeah, I really like his videos. But it's called Financial Audits. Yeah, so if you want to see something funny, like this one's 1.8 million views. I don't know what he's talking about right there, but I haven't watched it for a while, but it's really funny when I do get a chance. Okay, so y'all, let's talk about this. So picture this: Sicily, 1956. Okay, picture it. Okay, be here with me. So innocent little Burgundy is walking down the street with her little Afro puff, and I'm like the girl from Sesame Street. Remember what you gotta have from the grocery store? A carton of eggs. What is a loaf of bread? Put it in there. Put it in the comments if you remember. A loaf of bread, a stick of butter, and a carton of milk. Was that it? Did we have it right? And you guys are probably way younger than me and don't remember this, but I'm gonna play it right quick. So this is me skipping down Sibley. Okay, Sibley and Dalton. All right, you had to be a Sesame Street kid for this.
Bread, a container of milk, and a stick of butter. If you can't remember, I'll write it down for you.
That's okay, Mommy. I won't forget. I'll remember. Loaf of bread, a container of milk, and a stick of butter. Loaf of bread, a container of milk, and a stick of butter.
So that was me just skipping down Sibley the other. I'm skipping down Sibley. A loaf of bread, carton of milk, and a stick of butter. Okay. So I'll see all these different people. Hey Berg, that would never talk to me a couple of months ago. hey, I just want to formally introduce myself. And this has been happening week after week. Like if I go to a coffee shop now, people want to hug me and stuff like that. Why? And I'm not trying to be, excuse my French, I'm not trying to be a itch. You know what I mean? I'm just like, what changed overnight for now you want to say hello, Berg? Right? And I'm not trying to be a jerk about it. I don't really, I said, and I'll say this again, I'm not holding anything against certain people that they will be accountable for their actions, for sure. What I'm doing for myself right now is getting myself in alignment. You know what I mean? Getting myself better, making sure I'm prepared and organized for this fight that I have to fight. This thing where because I'm gonna tell you, Choose, I know you in here, but you haven't lived here a long time. But that's the thing about Dalton. People want to cuss you out, fight you, then they want you to be their friend the next day, like nothing happened. And they know they were dead wrong. So no apology, no nothing. Just, hey girl, we got to come together now. We got to come together. Okay. But allow me these boundaries. No, I don't want to exchange numbers with you. No, I don't want to come to your house. I don't want you to come to mine. I don't want none of that. You know what I mean? And I think that's when people are and I got a call today, which kind of upsets me when they're like, oh, Berg acting all snooty and stuff. No, I'm not acting snooty. I do not want your body to touch my body. Why we just can't talk? You know what I mean? I don't trust you. I don't know what you got in your hands when you hug me. I don't want that, So, and I only go on that based on the actions that I've seen from certain people. Like some of that little stuff, like the little name call and all that stuff. Okay, whatever. You were entertaining, you were trying to get your numbers up, all of that stuff. I got you. But the blatant lies and the slander, you need to say something about that. You need to say something about that. Period. Let me have my boundaries. That's all I'm asking for. Like, let me have my boundaries. So this person came. So I literally wasn't skipping down Sibley. Just in case y'all know, I wouldn't advise anybody to skip down Sibley, especially past the hotels and the Taco Bell and the bowl. Now, don't skip. Okay. So in the liquor store, just keep on going. So somebody I knew from working when I used to work for the Village years ago, they were like, hey, do you know that this is gonna make me laugh. I don't know why this is so funny to me. Napoleon Harris is having a picnic. And I said, what? Sorry. So I'm laughing because I wish I could just tell y'all, like y'all could have saw the person that was telling me this. So this person, I'll give you a clue. They've been trying to get back in, like since Frank passed away. They've been trying to get right back in the circle, and they always promised them to let them back in the circle. This is my assumption. This is not what they told me, but I noticed they never get back in. They never get back in, and they'll use this person up for whatever reasons. And then when it's time for the election, and oh yeah, I promised you this and that, nothing happens, and I feel really bad for them because I don't think they'll ever get. I don't think they'll ever get that same job back that they probably had, or easy job and stuff like that. Like the perks about these jobs is, I'm not saying they're easy for everyone, but a lot of times you don't have a direct supervisor you have to work with. A lot of times you're getting paid really well and you can walk to your job. A lot of times you get a company vehicle, credit card, all of that stuff. And that's some stuff that only happens downtown. So for you to have that stuff right here in your backyard, yeah, that's great for some people. But I think that once Frank passed away, I think a lot of people, this is my assumption, no one told me this. A lot of people probably were being watched for years on years on years. You ever been on a job and Sally didn't have to work as hard because she was cool with the boss and stuff like that? I think it was a lot of that going on. And it's not going to be the same no matter if it's a Tiffany in there, a Napoleon in there, a Cassandra in there. It's not going to be the same. They're going to want their own people. And I think that people that haven't worked for municipalities before, they don't understand. Those people get rid of all their people and bring new people in. They don't want the old people no more. They want the people they know going to break their back and be loyal to them, if that makes sense. The only thing the Lightfoot report exposed, no one is qualified to do their job. Yeah, man, if you would sit there and look up some of this, like people backgrounds or resumes, like if you really sat there and had the time, no. And it doesn't mean that, I don't think that you had to have a PhD to do certain jobs. I don't think you had to come in the door with 30 years of experience. You got to start somewhere, right? But I just think that a lot of times it's basically how hard you campaigned and who you worked for. And that doesn't start with Tiffany. It doesn't start with Napoleon. It's just been politics over time, just over time. I did too. Local government is cushy. I worked local government. Yeah, it's not, I hate to say it's not hard, but a lot of times stuff is outdated. They doing stuff with snail mail. Everything is really, really basic. It's not too much, depending on the jobs. Like I'm sure HR probably have hard times, tech, and I think the GA people probably too. But a lot of that stuff, like if you just showing up with some keys to lock and unlock the door, you good. So anyway, let me find this thing. Hold on. I didn't even pull the flight. Hold on, let me find the flight. So I'm like, I'm looking online. I said, now where is the? Let's see if we can find it on the Facebook. So okay, so. This was so funny to me because I be clueless. So I was like, so I can't even see all of that. Hold on. I wanted to pull up the flyer. Let me see if I can take a screenshot and send it over. Yeah, it's pretty, like, it was not, I mean, it wasn't difficult. Like Public Works, it was not hard. You have a tree list. This address, won't they stuff? I actually was going to school the whole time I worked over there. It was just so easy. I had my homework and everything good to go. It's a lot more lenient than, some of the other stuff. Let me see if I got it here. Okay. So let's see if I can pull it up. And I appreciate y'all being here this afternoon. Let's see if we got it. If I can get it over there. But I can read it to you guys if I can. It's called, how do I say it's waiting? Okay, I'm just going to read it to y'all. But it's called Thornton Township Supervisor Napoleon B. Harris III and the Board of Trustees present Township Annual Cookout. Now, I was confusion because I could have sworn, now, I was like, wait a minute, is this going to be equivalent to, what's the thing we have every year, 23rd annual, what's it called, guys? I'm so sorry. Taste of Thornton Township. Now, sorry. Let me see if I can pull it up this way because I want y'all to see the flyer too. So did y'all know about this? So it says free for Thornton Township residents. It got some chicken on there. It got who approved? It got our state supervisor. We would say, right? So we have to find a name like Superman would be a state advisor. I don't know. I'm not good at that. I'm not good at hashtags. It got him in front of some chicken, and I said, "Who made this? And why did they do this? Why did they do this to him?" He's sitting there with some chicken behind him. And it says food, beverages, entertainment, fun and games. And it was in Calumet City. Bring your lawn chairs and tents. And then it said Thornton Township.com. And then the sponsors was the Royal Bistro, Jumpin' Jam Playland, and the Atrium. Okay. And it says August 17th, 2025. So he found sponsors. That's pretty good. So that means that they donated. So then it says back to school book bag giveaway in the corner, and you got to have a kid. Okay. Did anybody find pictures of this? Did anybody? I put my glasses on. Do anybody know what happened? Because I said, is this equivalent to the Taste of Thornton Township? Okay, and that's what brings us to the agenda. Annual, what number annual cookout is it? Is it our first annual? Is it our third annual? Is it? Let's see. I'm gonna go over here. See. All right. Let's go over here to Facebook. This has to, this has to put. We have to figure this out. Okay. It says happening this Sunday, Thornton Township Back to School Cookout. Join us for a fun-filled day at Thornton Township Back to School Cookout. And it was from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. So the only reason I knew about this was Willie from Day 26 was performing. Okay. So I'm like, Willie, I saw Willie, I follow him on social media. So I was like, you guys put a one in the chat if you remember making the band Day 26. But Willie was part of that group. And of course, he's always been a singer and a model and stuff like that. Him and his wife, both beautiful people. But they were on, because she was on Love and Hip Hop at one time. But they're like from the South Side. So they went to one of the Thornton Ridge, I think Thornton claimed him. I think Thornton do. And I was like, oh, he could sing. So I'm like, oh, he's here? He's here. Actually, my first job I ever got in the industry was for Willie, but his name was Lucky back then. First job I ever got in the industry. So I'm like, why nobody told us that they were gonna be singing and dancing and carrying on? I found out through TikTok, and I think somebody posted on Facebook. So I'm asking all my neighbors, I'm like, do y'all know it was going to be a cookout? No. Did you guys know? Could you let me know if you knew it was going to be a cookout? Hey, Scott. Have y'all that be in Dalton politics and on Thornton politics, like how you be on Stephanie page and all these people pages? Did you hear about this cookout? And what did the book bags look like? I'm waiting. I'm about to say, do I have to drop the link? Anybody? Because I'm wondering, is this going to take the place of the Taste of Thornton Township? I think we were at 25th annual. By the time Tiffany left, I think 22nd annual when Frank died, something like that. Okay. Secret Squirrel concert. And why did y'all put now? You know what? Nikita didn't do this flyer. Now I'm not gonna let y'all. Nikita would have never put Napoleon in front of some chicken. She would have never did that. Never. She wouldn't have did that in front of some barbecue. she wouldn't have did it. So I think they need to go back, go back and get that contract, get that contract going. She wouldn't have did that. Now I could blame her for a lot of things, but I would not blame her for. She would know better than to put a double. He got 3 positions just within 3 blocks from each other. She would know better than to put a black man on the south side of Chicago with a blowing torch on some chicken wings, some wing things. Okay. I know she would not do that. All right. And Chavis, do not, you got me cracking up. Okay, so that's what's going on, y'all. So they had a whole thing. So did y'all see photos? Nobody saw nothing yet? Let me know. Send it to me. BurgundyBlueCommentary@gmail. I want to see the kids with their book bags. And I know that Jumpin' Jam is a popular big place. I know they have great fun inflatables and all that stuff. So yeah, send me some pictures. I didn't know if it was a secret squirrel concert. Wait, if it would have been a one, no, you got to give me what flavor, what flavor you want? Red. That's me. What flavor icy you want? Red, purple. That's me. Ma'am, I said flavor, red. Okay. So let's go over this agenda. And I'm so glad it's early. I almost got all my work done for the day. So get through this lunch break. Okay. So this is the agenda. Tomorrow's the meeting. It's going to be at the 333 building at 6 p.m. Now, the agenda looks very simple, and how we've been seeing the meetings ran. You guys know my opinion on it. Nothing's going to change. I know you guys have like complaints about the salaries, the golfing, the Top Golf, the dry cleaners, the stuff we're paying for. And that's not the senator doing that. That was the highway commissioner. For some reason, he's getting his dry cleaner and billing it to the Thornton Township. That is insane to me. And I'm gonna just say this: that was Antoine Russell. I'm gonna just say this regarding the dry cleaner, and the Top Golf. Let's say Top Golf in Naperville was a meeting, and let's say he needed his suits dry cleaned for the meeting. Okay, got it. How many times did Peppy, because I would love to pull Peppy record, use his credit card, the old highway commissioner, for dry cleaning and for golfing and haircuts and so on and so forth? And why do the highway commissioner need a credit card? Like every day? Don't we got like half a highway? 3 blocks of a highway? Road and bridge? We got 1 bridge, 1 road? Like, it's kind of weird when you think about it. It's expenses that should not come off top right after what we just been through with Tiffany, right? You would think that Tiffany stole all the money, right? She stole all the money. She took it all. You know, she good. She bought 3 BMWs. She bought a Range Rover. You know, she good. We got nothing. They took the ice cream from the seniors. They took Christmas from the babies. They even cut off dialysis for everybody. Like, I can't even drop you off at dialysis because Tiffany stole the money. So how do we have money a week in for Top Golf? It's just, I'm sorry, just weird. Just weird. So, and y'all, it's a video on that on my page. I'll link it. So it says, call to order, pledge of allegiance, roll call, prayer, public comments. Okay, and then here we get to the good stuff. It looks pretty simple, guys. It doesn't look that crazy. So approval of minutes. Approve the minutes of the 2025-2026 tentative budget hearing for the Road and Bridge Fund held on July 22nd, 2025. B, approve the minutes of the 2025/2026 tentative budget hearing for the General Fund and the General Assistance Fund held on July 22nd, 2025. Okay. C, approve the minutes of the special board meeting held on July 22nd, 2025. Okay. Then we get to the bills. Approval of the bills, General Fund, General Assistance Fund, and Road and Bridge Fund. Okay. Then new business. approval of membership dues for the township officials of Illinois for all elected officials. B, approval of membership dues for the township officials of Illinois associate members. Okay, I don't know. I wonder how much that is. And C, approval of township events. So here's some of the events. Now, this is what I noticed. A lot of them changed. A lot of the events did change from when we saw Frank doing it and when we saw Tiffany doing it. Napoleon is newly elected, so he has the right to, him and his board have the right to change things around the way they see fit as well. I just thought this was interesting to see. So C, talk of the town. Let's talk caregiving. Let's talk caregiving. So that brings us back to which I think caregiving is something that should be taught. You know, if they're going to do stuff again, CPR classes too. We used to have those too. So that would be my first CPR. No, wait, did I take it at South Suburban? I think I did take it at South Suburban, but Zuccarelli had something to do with the second CPR class I took too. It was something that he put out there. I caught it in the pamphlet, and I went and got a CPR class when my son was really young. So, talk of the town. Let's talk caregiving. October Harvest Festival. So, y'all try to sneak in Halloween, but you were trying to make it Hallelujah. Y'all ever did that before? Like when they have trunk or treat, but then they be like, I remember our church, they did, instead of Halloween, it was Hallelujah. And it wasn't trick or treat, it was something else and treat. Like the Book of Timothy and treat or something like that. I don't know. But it was something like that. And then it's really cool. I don't celebrate Halloween, so I'm fine with this. I think that it has to be more stuff for people that don't celebrate certain holidays, and for people that do celebrate holidays. So I think the same for even when Christmas time comes. A lot of people don't celebrate Christmas, but just happy holidays is good enough. Or you know, I don't know. Y'all let me know. Trunk or treat was what it was. Thank you. Harvest. Okay, then you're gonna have a harvest ball for special services. Can't get mad at that either. Now, I want to know, is it for the special services team, like the people that work for special services, or is it for all the people that come for the bingo people, the special services there? I would like to know that. I hope they ask for discussion. Okay. Training. Approval of Illinois Property Assessment Institute Central Regional Conference, September 8th through 12th, 2025, East Peoria, Illinois. You know what? These are going to be the most educated people we ever met. So, this is the same thing that happened with Tiffany. Because when you go to Peoria, which they're going to have to get hotel rooms, they're going to have to eat, they're going to turn in their receipts, and it's all on the residents. But if this is for the betterment of the township in a whole, and to teach these people, learn these people something, I'm not mad at it. Go ahead. It seemed like they just want some of these people out there here. They're like, look, just go on a conference. Go for 4 days in Peoria, 6 days to the south side, look, 3 days on the west side. Just go. Okay. Then they're going to have a closed session to discuss the hiring, discipline, performance, compensation, and dismissal of certain personnel, legal counsel, acquisition of real property, matters pending, probable or imminent litigation pursuant to Section 2C1 of the Open Meetings Act related to the employment or discipline of specific employees. Then we'll have the action following the closed session. Then we have the supervisor report and then adjournment. It should be like a 40-minute meeting. No, I think that they should not allow only 10 people to speak. I think that was ludicrous, especially for a budget hearing. So people didn't even get to speak. So this is just a heads up for you guys there that are listening to Burgundy Blue Commentary. Hit the like button. Get there early, because I, from experience, know that people get in there and they sign other people's names, not just their names. So I'm gonna put me on there, Gardis on there, Choose on there, Chavis on there, and Scott. And then by the time they get to you know, it's no no space for you. You cut off. So get there early. If you see somebody signing more than one name, say something. See something, say something. Hello, I like, if that person's not here, I have something to say. I would like to put my name down. You know, not, you don't have to get rowdy. Just, I would like to put my name down because the name you signing is not even in the building yet. 6 o'clock. So be there at 5:55. I also think they should bring people closer to these meetings. I think that the people are just too far. It was no threat but one person at those board meetings with Tiffany, period. So the meetings were going civilized despite the yelling. Okay. Why am I saying this like they don't know that? So never mind. I'm talking to y'all, but I'm sitting up here like, why am I even saying that like they don't know that? They know that. Yeah. So this is what you are looking forward to tomorrow. So the person I saw, okay, so we were talking about everything that happened at Dalton. And like I said, I don't want anybody to think that you can't talk to me or can't approach me. I've always tried to, even last year, I've always tried to discuss stuff with people. Be like, why would you say that? Or what's up? Can I talk to you? I'm the number one pull you to the side person. Like if it's a misunderstanding, I want to talk about it. Like I want to talk about it. Like just call my phone, literally, and let's talk about it. Because it's nothing that, I know that my name, and this is not me being cocky or anything like that. My name brings views, period. So a lot of times people want to only discuss stuff out in the open, but come to me and talk to me. If it's something you feel like you need to talk to me about, I have no problem with that. I just have a problem with the touching. I'm a big person on energy, and I don't like anybody just touching me. I'm really big on energy. So, when I went to, it's this one person, and it bothers me. Like it bothers me where you ever have something that just pop in your head when you see them and it just bother you. So it's this one person. I have had no problem with her. She started beef with me, talking about me, lying on me, like straight up. That's just what it was. And she was just lost in the sauce. So, like I did with Mr. What was that man that said to Ed Steve? What did he say? Something about that's why you sick now? Y'all saw that live. When I was like, you can't tell people, like we even went off camera. I was like, you can't say that about people. That's an evil thing to say. And he's like, well, no, Berg, that's why I said it. I said, but that energy could come back and hit somebody else around you. You know what I mean? So don't say stuff like that's why you sick now. I got what he was saying. I get it. You know what I mean? The same thing with Keith Price said what he said. I know what y'all was trying to say, but that does not make it right, because that stuff can boomerang and hit somebody in your family. And how would you feel? You know what I mean? And I know people say things out of emotions with a man and stuff. I'm an Aquarius and my mouth is slick. And I think that's one of the things I learned when I was younger, to try to be more compassionate and go by the golden rule more than trying to fight and be rowdy. And because fighting wasn't getting us nowhere. Like my first fight in high school, I mean, it was a drag off, meet me at the bus stop type of fight. Me and old girl, we cool. We Facebook friends. We like cool, and we be like, remember that? That was crazy. But it's not like that nowadays anymore. People don't fight and see another day. So I try not to get into any kind of altercations with anybody. You know what I mean? If I can, I try to, diffuse the situation. Yeah, Mr. Rayburn. Yeah, that was it. It was all in the name of we hate Tiffany. And when I hear these people now, and they're like, I don't understand why I just can't have an opinion. Girl, now do you get it? And then they be like, yeah, now we get it. All I did was have an opinion. And I think that you all have the right to have an opinion, and you're going to be scared. You're going to be scared to even, you wasn't scared at Tiffany. Y'all wasn't scared to shame her, yell at her. Y'all was 4 years your butts off. Now you're not getting the 4 years back with the new administration. Now y'all quiet. Oh, well, okay. So anyway, we was talking. I told you I went up to the Dunkin' Donuts, and I went inside on purpose. I was like, let me go inside because I hadn't been inside in a long time. And usually it's like the elders playing with their newspaper and talking. You got a couple of police officers. It's like people in the neighborhood up there. You have the local lady. She's such a sweetheart. She sits out there, and we make sure we feed her and give her a hot cocoa every time you pass by, because it's a lot of homeless people in the area. So I'm sitting up there, and I said this. I said, why won't y'all stop them from messing with that girl? And they knew who I was talking about, because we said the name. I said, all she did, all that, it don't matter how I feel about how, this is just me. It don't matter how I feel about if she and I cool or anything like that. I watched this girl get to meeting after meeting. I mean, she was at all the meetings: school board, pencil sharpening board, bus board, everywhere, following behind them, everywhere, marching. And now you see her, and this could reflect on her health, right? This could reflect on her health down the line, because when you have any kind of, you can have a setback. I don't know, you can have a setback, or stress will set you back. So y'all see them threatening, I hope you turning this into the IRS. I hope you doing this, messing with this girl life. And this girl ride for y'all. And I know y'all know who I'm talking about. She was riding for them. And now she can't even come to a board meeting because she's scared that she gonna get confronted or attacked or something like that. She don't go to the Dalton board meetings anymore. And I said, that's not right. Well, we can't tell nobody what to do. That's not right. And you never know when you're in that same position that somebody else was in. Me today, you tomorrow. And I mean that meaning everybody that's riding high on a hog now because they just won or they just been placed in positions. And now I just don't like how, from my eyes, that's me on the outside in, just why y'all treating it? Y'all could stop this. You could. You could stop it. And I just don't like that, y'all. So that was what happened. That was the tea I had. And that's when I found out about the party that was on Sunday. I don't know who else performed. I don't know anything else. But this was almost like a secret squirrel. A secret squirrel. What did you call it, Chambers? Secret squirrel cookout? It was something. I didn't even know that was happening. So, and y'all didn't even tell me. And I don't be over there on different pages like that. So I didn't even know. But this is the last thing I'm gonna say. I gotta get out of here. I have so much to talk to y'all about. I thought we had like people pictures on everything. Or did they change that? I know they changed the image ordinance, but I thought we didn't like the fact that people were not gonna put their pictures on everything. And everything I see is like Jet Beauty of the Week. Everybody got they got full body pictures over here in Dalton. I'm like, what is happening? Is this a centerfold? Or is this a pamphlet? Or is this not a pamphlet? Is this a flyer, or is this the centerfold or something? I'm like, what is happening here? Me today, you tomorrow. Now all of those that were used come together now because restoration is needed. I said that to see something. Yeah, I agree. Like, I think that y'all should definitely come together. And that wasn't shade. I'm sitting over here like, y'all know that's not right. Y'all know that's not cool. And I don't care who listen to me or don't know me or do know me or whatever. The most sensitive part about even doing this whole YouTube thing and getting drugged on the most sensitive time of my life. That's it. Like, I don't think, like, a lot of people who like this weekend, it was a really cool weekend. If y'all from Chicago, they had this big film fest, and the Tate brothers were in town. Lorenz, oh my gosh, y'all, Lorenz don't age at all. The Tate brothers were in town. Vivica Fox was here. Who else was here? It was the Black Film XL. It was who else was here? Vivica, the Tate brothers, the man that made soul food. It was so many people out. I mean, Chicago was deep this weekend. It was a good time to be outside in Chicago, you know, downtown, you know, area. It was a movement, and I ran into somebody this weekend, and that's how we actually got to talking, because I have a whole nother life other than this. Like last year, I didn't think I would ever pick myself up from last year. I'm so grateful to y'all that supported me and my friends I met along this way. Like I would probably go through that again, that part for sure, just to have some of the friendships I have now. Like I really appreciate. I would have never met y'all this way. So when I see it happening to someone else, it doesn't mean I'm not going to say anything. When somebody's in my presence and they're saying something about, you know, and I have a rapport with them, I feel like I could be open and say, hey, well, why don't you do this? Like this isn't perfect. This person didn't do this 1000% right. But why don't you just see what they need? Check on them. Because sometimes when you're going through all of that, like I don't know, when I see people ride on this person online, when you're going through all of that, you sort of, it's nice to have a friendly voice call you on the phone and say, are you okay? It's just really nice. You know, it's just really nice. Especially, I wasn't even fighting for nobody. I was just voicing my opinion and getting both sides of the story. This person was fighting for a specific team, or what would we call it? A campaign, a team, right? They should be making sure she's protected at all costs. She shouldn't even have to go through all of the stuff she has to go. She shouldn't be in court by herself at all. They should be right there. A member from that group needs to be in court with her, standing by her. That's my opinion on the matter. And I just wanted to say that because I just don't, you know, I talked to a couple of people this weekend. I was like, yeah, this is Boardwalk Empire. I don't know who Chalky White is, but I know who Dr. Narcisse is. I know who that is. I don't know if y'all saw Boardwalk Empire, but this is just a big old game of Boardwalk Empire. If you haven't seen it, please watch it. It's about politics, prohibition, and I think gangsters in the 1930s or something like that. Let me know if y'all saw, put a one in the chat if you saw Boardwalk Empire. I was like, yeah, I know who Dr. Narcisse is. I know who that is. For sure. Oh, yeah, going through hard stuff can make you empathetic or bitter. Yeah, I could definitely see myself going down a bitter time because I lost everything. And then when you lose everything, you have to come out of the situation still with people pocket watching you. Okay, I thought she said she ain't had no money. Why she got socks on in? Why she got socks if she said she ain't had no money? You know, you got all those people. Then you got people that just hate you for pulling through. Or people that wanted to see you die and disintegrate. You know what I mean? And they were betting on that. And when it didn't happen, it's a problem. You know what I mean? Hey, Douglas. Boardwalk Empire is a good show. It's a good show. It's crazy. It's a crazy. Yeah, Dr. Narcisse. He was an advocate for Harlem. Dr. Narcisse. You know, it's crazy. Like they not. Well, you know, I'll say this: if they don't hate on the lead attorney, he gets super chatted like thousands. I told you the guy I follow, Thon Lexi. He was one of the first people I met on YouTube and the first Patreon subscription I ever got. and he would teach you how to grow your YouTube channel, right? And it would be for free. He would have a free class. Well, now he got 50K subscribers, and each live stream he has $100 goal. Don't nobody say a word. He goes over that $100 goal every time. My goal has been $19.99, and my goal for $19.99. A lot of times, don't forget, I was the one that was doing the ride-alongs. I was bringing stuff to the meetings. People ride with me to the meetings. There's a lot of things I use my money for, you know what I mean? And then I have this high butt StreamYard, which I need to get to OBS soon. But it's a lot running a channel, and I don't have a deep channel like Shay. I love his channel. He has a deep channel with all these bells and whistles and what we say, the abyss. Come on, the darkness, take you to the abyss, and all that stuff. You had a store and all that stuff. I don't have that. An employee or two. I don't have all that. You know what I mean? It's just me and my computer and my internet, and this all goes into running your channel. You have to pay for all those things, and it's really interesting. But if you have noticed, I always appreciate it. I haven't had to say it because your girl been on the move. Burgundy been on the move. So as I've been moving around, gathering my strength and getting things more organized, I'm able to jump in here and do something for my channel when I want to, and keep y'all abreast on some stories. You know what I mean? I have to get organized for this fall season, though. Oh, Douglas. Oh yeah. Ask God, would y'all, God, would you kill them? Who does that? Lord, you know I didn't mean that. It came out my mouth. Oh my God, choose. I almost clicked on that. Oh my gosh, y'all are acting up in the sky. Let me get out of here. Okay, so what we learned today. So now we have to find out who else performed. Like, was Sexy Red at the cookout? Like, who was all at the cookout? We don't know. We need photos. We need photos. And what did the book bags look like? Choose. I'm out of here. Wait, why the hands a whole different color? Who did? I can't blame Nikita for. Nikita did not do this flyer. Somebody else did this flyer because she would not do this. She did not do this. Oh my goodness. Okay, so y'all, it's an hour. I got to get back to work. I appreciate y'all so much. I'm glad I could come back and talk to y'all about some stuff. It won't be all Dalton and Thornton, but I wanted y'all to know about the meeting tomorrow, what happened this weekend. And I'm not mad at some of the events that they have on there. I think it should be more events for the community to get involved. And I definitely like that caretaking thing. You know what? Well, okay, in school, we had to separate two people, and we still got to separate Choose and Scott. Hey, Raging. Y'all got to move y'all desk apart. Y'all wouldn't be able to have the little square desk for the square. Hello, Burger Chat. I went on TikTok looking for video photos of that day, and I didn't find one, not one. Carmen San Diego. Thank you, Rachel. I'm asking everybody. I'm like, where's I saw Will from, let me see if he put it on his page. Hold on. Let's go see. Let's see, y'all, before we go. What's his name? Let's see. And I thought it was cool. I said he would have had a huge turnout if people would have known he would have been here because he's from, you know what I mean? I don't even know his name. What's his name? Let me see. Let's go to his wife page. Shonda. Okay, let's go. Let's see. Dang it. Did she tag her husband? Let's see. She probably don't have to tag her husband because, you know, they already know who they are. I can't find nothing either, Raging. Where is? Oh, okay. I found his page. Hold on. Let's see if he performed. If he got up there. Nope, he don't have it. Hold on. Let's look at the stories. Hold on, y'all. If I find it, I'll put it up there. Nope. Nope. He was at ATL. He didn't want to tell nobody. He didn't tell nobody he was at the cookout. What? I saw it somewhere, Ranger. Hold on. I'm gonna look at my TikTok right quick. Hold on. I'm gonna take my glasses off.
Okay, so I need all of us to come to a consensus now. Do we let?
Let's see. Okay, let's see if I saved it. I felt like I sent it to somebody. Hold on. Let me go look. Let me go to my usual suspects. Let me go. Oh, I got it, y'all. Hold on. Okay, so this is the only evidence we found so far. Carmen Sandiego. And y'all sure like Dalton Politics or nothing didn't say anything? I know I'm blocked over there. Dang it, I can't even go. He won't even let me. Let me see if I do it this way. Hold on, y'all. Did they have a stage? Hold on. Let's see if I can find it this way. Man, whoever get this, well, I guess it probably, you know what? They probably was like, I don't want nobody because, you know, and this ain't no shade, but you know, our usual people will get that for you in. You know, the usual people, they probably try to keep it on the low. I'm like, did they tell Paul this was going on? You know, Paul will have that for you up. He'll have it at Dalton Politics. Like right now. Like, okay. Okay, this beautiful young lady was able, we got it. Okay, this lovely lady has it. Now, this is the performance, y'all. Let me hear y'all say it. Say, let me hear y'all. Come on. Let's do it. Say. Wait, is that the rest of day 26? Who are these? Okay, they go Emmanuel. Emmanuel still got his job. He didn't tell us about the cookout either, y'all. Look at Emmanuel sitting there. Oh, Quiet Storm. Wait a minute, that's not public announcement. Isn't Quiet Storm one of the ones from public announcements? I feel like I know Quiet Storm is from Chicago, but why do I feel like he was part of public announcement at one time? Tracy, nothing over there. Hey, Tracy. Choose and Scott and Chavis. Everybody go to the corner in the Okay, they go. Look, our guy Emmanuel got that good job. Got his wristband. He like, look, wherever I gotta go. You know, I'm all in their business. See, the thing about it is, did y'all okay? Because I do know a day 26 song or two. If I heard it, I know it. I think I only know one. I'm not gonna lie. And I do know a Willie song. It's one. But did they tell us that they were coming? Because like when they told us, what was that guy that came with Kiki Wyatt? I listened to his album, Back of My Lack. I forgot his name, but when he came, I listened to his album so I could know a couple of the songs that he was. Jay Holiday. Thank you. Yeah, Kiki did way better. Kiki did way better. Did way better. But the crowd is just sitting there like. Like when you in front of the stage, you got to give them that energy. You got to be like rocking, give them a little something. Drums getting it back there, ain't they? Okay, let's see the audience, y'all. Okay, I don't want to hear nothing else. What they say when Tiffany they said how many people was out there for Tiffany? Do y'all remember? None of us knew. No, no, Douglas. None of us knew that this was going on. I saw that little Bob back there. I'm like, is that Mary? No, that ain't Mary. I'm like, that Mary. Is that Napoleon? Oh, they are both Thornton alum. They are both from Thornton. So yeah. He hooked up. Will's a great singer. Great. I feel like I think the worst thing he did was the best thing he did was go with Day 26 because he thought it was gonna be something. Who didn't, right? Making a band. But the worst thing he did was go to Day 26 because he's really a good singer. And back in those days, he was like modeling really good too. Let's look at this crowd again. Yeah, that's Napoleon the First. It look like. Yeah. Get it, girl. I'd be so mad. I'd be like, do not get my bra. I like her hair wrap. Cute. I know y'all know the words, y'all singing. Oh no, it's children there. Hands on the bed. What is this? Connect 4? Was that the name of that? Was it Connect 4? What was the name of that game? That wasn't Connect 4. What was that? Twister? We was not allowed to play Twister. We were not allowed to play Twister. I think nobody should be allowed to play Twister. We got like a whooping if we played Twister. But yeah, it's kind of, I wonder if that was the day it rained. It has been rainy here. That's what happened with Kiki Wyatt came. I don't know. I'm trying to help. Where was the food? Where was the food? Y'all remember this? We could not play that. So he said, hands on the bed, feet on the floor. I don't even want to know, child. All right, y'all. I'll be back later. Where are the children? Oh, the food. They took the pizza. It rained on Jay Holiday. Jay Holiday came out in the rain and was singing. It was really lit. It really was. It was fun. And I wonder who else performed that day. Let me see if she got anybody else up there. She just got Will. I need to follow her because she be everywhere. She outside. I'm gonna follow her. She everywhere. I know that's right. Stay outside and get it. Thank you. So we got that footage. Sounds like a great song for family all ages gathering. Hands on the bed, feet on the floor. Pray. There we go. End of story. End of story. Oh, my Lord, my Lord, my Lord. I heard somebody else that I possibly knew were there, but I haven't seen footage. And when I find out, I'm like, dang, they just, what I'm not mad about is I'm happy they pluck from the locals, the local talent to give them an opportunity. I'm not mad at that. I'm not. I know Tiffany does the same. She usually get the local comedians to host and then the DJs and stuff like that, but she'll bring outside talent in. So I really appreciate that. Yeah, give them a chance to shine. You just see the wings on the flyer. The wings are on the flyer. There they go. And look, they got it got the little char grill. I don't see any flats. I see one flat. I see one flat. I grabbed this size. Where are the bouncy houses? Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't even see it. Hands on your knees, raging. We want to play. You sure y'all ain't see a plate? It gotta be a plate under that tent. Hold on, let me just look one more time. You gotta ask the manual for the tape. Now that's serious. Your knees gonna be shaking and your hands gonna be breaking. Wait, we gotta look up these lyrics. My knees are gonna be shaking and my hands are gonna be breaking. Somebody call an ambulance. Okay. All right. Keith Price got the food. I figured it out. And he on vacation. Keith Price got the food and he on FMLA. We found out, right? Or was it medical leave? Maybe the food in that van back there. Okay, all right. Hey, I tell you, ain't nothing a little Epsom salt, little Ben Gay can't fix. You'll be all right. To be young. Shout out to Quiet Storm and Will. That is pretty. Children. I see one child. Did the child have a book bag? I didn't see the book. So we gotta wait for Emmanuel to drop a video because he's over there recording. Oh, he's not employed there anymore. What is it? Have y'all listened to the words of Barbie? I'm like, the Barbie song, like I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. It say undress me everywhere. Y'all, I'm not gonna tell y'all what I've been listening to. I've been listening to this rap song that one of my coworkers put me on, and when I'm working, I put my headphones on, and it's by this girl called Pluto, and this other girl called, I told y'all Pluto, and it's another girl called Niecy, K Niece, and then or something like that. And there's another girl called Burgundy. Burgundy and Niece lady are my favorite. But this stuff coming out these little girls' mouths, oh my Lord. I'm like, do they have the clean CD so I can listen to the clean version? But they be jamming. I be working out today stuff. But I don't know, hands on your knees, feet on the floor. Put the lyrics in the book bag. Hey, exactly, Erica. What kind of music is this for a township cookout? Well, I don't know, because what they be playing at bingo? They be playing like I be stroking at bingo, so we don't know. Sexy Red. Oh my gosh. A little bit. The bow. Sometimes I listen to sexy. Anything that make me move and move my body, like running, or if I want to run, jump rope, or do the treadmill, I have to put on some rap. I just have to. For sure. And it gets bad. whose name is on the bag. Well, it was an image ordinance, so nobody's name should be on the bag. I'm gonna stop before y'all get me. Don't say it right before school. What did you learn today at the Thornton Township cookout? Hands on hands on my knees, bed on the floor. Get the lyrics all messed up. We were singing My Sugar Wall. So there's that. Oh my gosh, we had so many bad songs we were singing back in the day. It was like a list of songs. I remember, like, especially Prince. I'm a huge Prince fan. Some of the stuff I was singing, I didn't know what I was. Darling Nikki, what was we singing that for? We weren't old enough to know what none of that stuff was, you know. And so can't blame it. Can't blame on nobody else. Garth Brooks is pretty good. Downtown. Why was we singing that? By SWV? Eminem, No Apologies. Dark Eminem. I like Dark Eminem. And I like, you know who else I like? Dark DMX. All the things. We shouldn't have been singing none of those songs in the 90s. And we should have never even got Little Kim Hardcore. We shouldn't. So they're doing pretty good. We shouldn't have listened to the TP2, the 12, was it TP2, 12 play, and the double R CD, the rated R, was it? We should have been listening to none of that. We should have been listening to none of that. Oh, man. Okay, so I was dancing 8th grade, had a crush. Was it 8th grade? No, 6th grade. 6th grade, it was a sock hop / dance. I'm going to try to find this photo. And finally, you know, the girls on the wall, somebody asked me to dance in the gym. And it was this little guy I had a crush on, right? And we were dancing to Jodeci. Stay. It was the most awkward thing in my life. I think it was 6th grade. It was like it was middle school. It wasn't high school yet. But it was something weird. And it was like, I don't think we're supposed to be dancing to this, but okay. Well, and then like the older songs, if you know, like our parents would listen to, it was this song called Tonight is the Night. You Make Me a Woman. I forgot who sang that. I think Betty Wright. All the stuff James Brown was singing. Curtis Mayfield had some deep stuff. Isaac Hayes, things that went over our head. Rick James. Stevie Wonder even had some freaky stuff in there sometimes. Oh my goodness, Twister is a mess. Okay, so 2 Live Crew. Tracy, I told you, true story. Our favorite, this girl is still beautiful. Not 2 Live Crew, but that's what she was a part of. But Eazy-E picked her up and she became part of HWA and she ran for the mayor of Dalton. And she's still a successful businesswoman out here. She is just gorgeous. Oh, Tenderoni, Bobby Brown. Ooh. I got in serious trouble when my mama heard my Jodeci tape. Side B. Oh, whoa. Not the B side. Oh, that was my favorite video of Michael Jackson. He looked so good. And Naomi looks so pretty right there. Rod Stewart, Tonight is the Night. Yeah. Yeah. It's very similar to Tonight is the Night, You Make Me a Woman. Like, this lady is talking about having sex for the first time. And it's just crazy to hear that. Or As We Lay, Shirley Murdoch was talking about cheating on somebody's husband. She don't want to get up. She cheating. Oh man, that tape. Oh my goodness, I know that tape got the ribbon pulled out of it. It's like, you know, all those good things. But then back in the day on the radio, they used to like have the clean version. And then even when my kid got older, when he wanted Eminem or he wanted something like that, I would go to Walmart. He'd be pissed. He would hate it. But then when he went around his grandma and stuff, they wasn't paying attention. So he'd get all the crazy stuff without the parental advisory. And then as I got older, I said, I guess he was going to hear the words anyway. But I remember my first tape was Ooh on the TLC tip. That had some crazy stuff on there. That was my first tape I ever got. One of the coolest and most coldest sexual songs is Gregory Abbott, Shake You Down. Shake Your Down. Shake Your Down. I don't know if I heard that. Oh, that was cute. What? Right? Oh yeah. I was actually today I heard He's All the Man That I Need by Whitney. And I remember when she was singing this one time, she said it was about God. You remember that song? I can't sing, nobody can sing like Whitney's, but you know, he fills me up, he brings me joy, look, brings me more love than I ever seen. And then when you listen to the lyrics, she said in one of her interviews it was about God. Like he's all I got, he's all I got. And so sometimes when I hear that, I get kind of teary-eyed, like, oh man, I never thought of it about that. I think another song was Music Soul Child Love. He said that was about God. And I remember just being so like butterflies in stomach when that song came out over this guy back then. That's my song. We're still cool. You know what I didn't like about Whitney? How beautiful she was and how they made her look so old. I think it was all Sissy doing that because Whitney just looked, everything, her hair, her wardrobe, it wasn't even timeless. It was just so dated. What is wrong with Mariah now, Douglas? Mariah barely wore a walk. Sorry, y'all. Trying to hold it a sneeze. Mariah barely, you can't get her to move. And you know, I love Mariah, the voice. So beautiful. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Ranger, we're gonna have to talk. Shake You Down. Shake You Down. Okay, we're gonna have to listen to this on the outro. We got to listen. Man, he got this many. Oh, I remember this song. I didn't know who sang this. Y'all remember this song? Okay, let's take us on out of here, Gregory. And you guys, I'll see you later. Make sure you have your notification bells on so that you can see when I go live. I'm watching you guys too. So when y'all go live, I had to reset my notifications because I don't get a live stream announcement for some of y'all or your posts. So I had redid that. And yeah, put below this video if it's some new stuff we're supposed to look at, like more photos and stuff. And I guess we'll debrief probably Friday because tomorrow's the board meeting and I'll be watching it with y'all, but I don't know if I'll be able to cover it tomorrow. All right, y'all. Nobody do. I think I blacklisted. All right, we're getting shook down on the way out here.
You from so far across the floor now, baby. That's nothing new. I've watched you so many times before now, baby. I see that look in your eyes, and what it's telling me, and you know. Ooh, girl, that I'm not shy. I'm glad you picked up on my telepathy now, baby. You're in my mind. You know you did. Girl, I wanna shake you down. Well, I can give you all the loving you need. I'm gonna love you. Come on, let me take you down. Oh, baby. We'll go all the way to heaven.
Commentary, Burgundy, Blue Commentary, 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 Commentary,
comment, Burgundy Blue Commentary.